Hi there, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. So in this video, I'm gonna teach you how to use Mendeley Reference Manager 2024. So before we get started, basically, what is Mendeley? So Mendeley is gonna be an AI assistant where you can incite your citations altogether. You can compile them, so you can use them in a later forms, projects, or whatever you have for your studies. And also, to get started here, you're gonna need two options. But before we get into that, I just want to let you know the basic description of Mendeley. Again, it is going to be an AI assistant wherein you can keep your citations in a compilation library. That is the basic description of Mendeley. By the way, there are other tools here that specifically has the same usage, much like Zotero or Zotero. I have a video about that, so please check it out. And now that being said, you're going to need two things here. First thing is going to be the website itself, because it can use a third-party application, much like this one, or you can use the internet platform. It should be looking like this. Now before you get into here, before you get started, you want to make sure you have the Chrome extension, or we call it Web Importer. It should looking like this. Here we have it. Again, it's going to be called the Web Importer for Chrome. Since I'm using Google Chrome, it is all automatically populated by Google Chrome. If you have Microsoft Edge, it should say Edge here. If you have MacBook or OS or iOS or even Linux. So don't worry if you see Chrome here. You might think that it's not available for Edge. It's not available for any other devices. I'm here to tell you that it is. So make sure it should looking like this, as you can see here, Mendeley Web Importer. Now everything's settled, let's get over to the website itself. Now once we're here, as you can see, I have two sample documents already. I'm gonna teach you on how to use this and everything from scratch. So the first thing you want to take note of is let's explore the user interface of Mendeley. So guys, the same as the third-party application, they're identical. So let's just choose one to proceed with this, and I'm gonna choose the website. And now with that being said, on the left side we have all references. Basically, this is the summary of whatever inside our library. Next up, the recently added. These are, by the name itself, let you know, or you can check which is recently added to your library. Same goes with recently read. Since I don't have anything else to read here, as you can see here, I'm sorry about that, but I haven't read anything yet. So for favorites, it's the same thing. If you favorite one here, you can see it right there. Awesome, right? My publications. So basically, publications is a compilation of whatever you write, whatever you publish, whatever you did as a project. You can see it here and drag it right there. You can also see it there on all preferences, but my publications is a special folder or categorizes that you only have the project itself. You're the author, basically. So on sorted, you'll see right here whatever inside the library that doesn't have a folder just yet. You can see it on unsorted. Of course, same goes with duplicates. Let me try duplicating one here if I can. Think I should do it at the end part of the video. Anyway, with that being said, you can see duplicates right here. Same goes with trash. Collections is basically a folder. So if I type in here, sample collection, like so, and I drag some of the things here, for example, it's gonna be inside the collection, or the sample collection itself. Let me try doing it right here. Drag it right there, it's gonna be inside here. And basically, if you want to add some more, same goes with groups. I can type sample group here, like so. And with that being said, let me just type it in. I think it was lagging a little bit. So you can remain, delete, or manage group. If you manage the group here, you can invite members. So you can co-work here, you can collaborate basically. So right, that being said, if you click on settings here, you can leave the group, but this is the option where you can invite members. Awesome, right? Same goes with collection. If I click on this one, you can delete, export them as you see fit. But if you click on open, you're gonna have this option. Now I'm still looking for a way where we can get a black theme, because personally I like a black theme, but so far I haven't found it yet. So if I found it, I'm just gonna push it and post it at the description below. And now since we've covered most of the user interface inside Mendeley, let's add some data now. Because basically we need some data, some studies inside it. There are going to be two ways, if I'm mistaken, to add some data here. First of which is going to be by clicking this new add button right there. You'll see import file from computer, You can import a folder, import library via this versions or type. You can watch folder or the most least favorite. Basically, I don't like this also because it's going to be asking you to enter manually. For example, starting from the identifiers, the reference type, the title, and so much more. But even though it says manually here, if you have an identifier of a study, for example, you have a DOI of a study, you can just put it here and it will auto-populate whatever is needed here. So you don't have to manually type everything here from scratch. So let me just try this sample. I think I have it still here. There you have it. Click on search, and now Mendeley is looking it up. Metadata found, as you can see right there, everything is auto-populated. If I can add an entry right here, I have it right there. Pretty awesome, right? And now next up, how to add some more entry. You can import folder like there, or import the files. Or, just for the sake of the discussion, you can just simply drag your file here. For example, I'm gonna drag this one right here. And with that being said, it's just like I have uploaded with my Google Drive. Here we have it. So you'll notice whenever I touch or click or choose a file here or citation, you're gonna see on the right side that there are information, starting from info, annotations, and notebook. So info is basically what's inside the study. You can choose a journal article. For example, you can change it to book, a book section, a patent, or a report, depending on your liking. You can also change the title. For example, I'm going to change this one to sample name. I can add the author. I can just say sample last name, like so. I can add publication details, information. I can also click read to read whatever inside it. For the abstract, you can choose it here. Collections. Collection will show here if you already assigned it to the sample collection folder we have. Tags is going to be helpful in organization. For example, since this is a general instruction, I'm going to tag it as general tag. Click enter right there. Now this tag has it under general tag. So whenever I look for a tags, for example, I have the field of medical, the field of engineering, and we have general tags, this study should show up. Moving over, you can add a URL, identifier, citation key, and so much more. Speaking of the annotations right here, you can add general notes whatever you want here. Basically, they're just comments inside your citations. For example, sample annotate. Like there. Click on it, make it bold, italicize it, put it underline. It's going to be by your own choosing. Notebook. Basically, notebook is going to be as the same as annotations, but notebook will only be visible on your end. The annotations will be visible whoever reads this manual or citation study. However, for notebook, whatever you click here, for example, I'll click on new page, sample notes, and you're gonna see here that this will only be visible on your end. Something like that. Those are the difference with annotations and notebook. You're gonna see here also on the top section, we have filters. A tag is right there. As you can see, if I click on general tag, the only one with a tag will show up. The author's right there. Basically, it's gonna be an easy way to search up your item, especially if you have hundreds or thousands of citations here. Now for the view, you're gonna have compact, expanded, or full view right there. You can also manage your columns to make sure adjust it to your liking. So going back on adding some references or data inside your Mendeley, we're gonna utilize the third application, which is the Mendeley Web Importer. So let's go on with one study. I have it right here. So welcome back to the video. Right now I have a basic study here about global warming that I found from the internet. So I want to take some citations here, some studies, and if I click on the Chrome extension right there, it's currently generating, it's currently capturing whatever's inside here. So I have one reference right here, and I can add them to my library. For example, the collection's right there, the sample group is right here. Basically, if I click on add right now, it should go straight on my library from earlier. So I click on add right there, and I'll see you once inside. Now welcome back to the video. As you can see right here, I've added some extra citations for us to work with, but this is the one from earlier. The Global Warming 101 definitions, causes, and effects of global warming. Basically, this is what we got from Mendeley Web Importer. Pretty awesome, right? So if you don't need to download the specific study itself, you can just grab it using the Mendeley Web Importer. Again guys, you can edit this one, for example, title, sample, something like that, or study about global warming. Something like that. You can add the author and so much more. Alright, so the last way of adding some references or citations inside your library is going to be the website itself of Mendeley. So if you go back to the search itself, this one right here, the website's mendeley.com, so the important part is the search right there. This is the landing page from earlier, right? So whatever you type in here, it's basically searching it up and you can put it in our library. So let's just talk about COVID-19 here, and these are the citations. You can choose whatever you want here, by the way. So I'm gonna try this one. As you can see here, we have an access to the PDF. You have the access to the study. So if you click on that one, you can view the PDF, and the related suggestions, basically a good study, is gonna be here. You can add to library, like so, with the one click of a button. So we can use this one now, regarding our studies. And now we're back here on our library. We should see the COVID-19 here. This is it. We have, I think, 4 or 2 that I've added up. So they're gonna be here right there. Now, since we're done with adding some data here, we've already discussed the tools or the user interface of inside Mendeley library. Let's talk about one more thing on sorting your citations. Just another information, it's not really alongside Mendeley, but it's my personal usage. So let's check it out. So it's gonna be inside Excel. For example, these are the data heat we have. These are the citations. Make sure you always enable this option, the filter. So once you have enabled filter, you can see right here, you can choose whatever you have regarding your citations. Even though you have thousands, hundreds of thousands of data here, Excel can make it work. By the simple click of a button, you can filter everything regarding your citations. So this is just another information for you, an additional if you may. Other than Mendeley, other than Zotero, the one I have from another video, you can also use Excel file to utilize this one. So going back on the Mendeley, so welcome back to the video. Right now, let's talk about inserting comments and some text inside the PDF in your library from your citations here. Let me just choose one sample. I'm going to go with climate impacts from a removal of anthropomorphic aerosol emissions. So I'm going to click on read right now, and you see right here that it's not really opening up another browser, but Mendeley has its own PDF viewer. You got it right guys, because Mendeley is a pretty powerful tool wherein it has its own PDF viewer. Right now it's currently loading, so there we have it. So again, you don't have to use your PDF editor, your Acrobat, or even your Adobe, because inside Mendeley, it has its own PDF viewer. In the tools right here, we have the pen, we have the cursor, we have the highlight text, highlight rectangle, and of course, inserting a comment. For example, I want to insert a comment on this specific citation. I can just type in sample comment and click the 3 dots to make sure to change the color. Basically with that one, I now have one comment right there. One more time, sample comment number 2. There we have it. And now, let's choose a red one. I click on there, red comment, something like that. And basically, I'm just adding comments whenever I see fit. Regarding the highlight, if I want to highlight this specific one, to make sure that I can save it for future uses. You can change the color, of course, to blue if you like. Change it to orange. Basically, use this to your own liking. Next up, let's talk about the tools here. So we have here fit to width, fit to height, the zoom out and zoom in. This is the rotate, the download buttons right there. And of course, the most powerful tool for me in any PDF viewer is the search bar. Since this is a lot of pages and I want to search a specific citation, I can just utilize this one. For example, I type in hit, and there is going to be a result or not. So we have 4 results there. Pretty awesome, right? So for the info, you can also check it here, starting with the annotations, the notebook, the info. Giving back on this 2 right here. Again, guys, the difference, since I discussed earlier, I want to build it back that notebook is basically the same as annotation. Only difference is that annotations can be viewed whoever is viewing the PDF. For the notebook, it's only visible on your end. Now, since we're done with the PDF viewer, how about let's talk about using Mendeley alongside a Microsoft Word document. Pretty exciting, right? So I'll see you once inside. And now, welcome back to the video on how to use on the citation here regarding Mendeley. So you're gonna see right here the reference. Make sure you go here and choose this one. Again guys, you're not gonna see this if you don't have the Chrome extension from earlier, so make sure you have that. So clicking this one right here, I'm just gonna skip this. So once you click this one, this little right icon will show up. Let me just expand it a little bit more. Perfect. Now with this, it's just gonna ask you to sign in on your account, so please sign in. Basically, you're gonna have two options: references and citation settings. Citation settings, you can choose and change the citation style. You have Vancouver. I think the most famous one is Chicago manual. I'm gonna use this one. And with that, the English or language is gonna be this one. And we're gonna have a preview. So if I change my citation style for IEEE and update this one, this is what we have. Awesome, right? So our references are this one. So if I click on this one, for example, and I insert this one, it's gonna be in here. As you can see, whatever or wherever part of the document my cursor is, that one or that part will be inserted for my citation. Awesome, right? I can insert more than one, of course, like so. Again guys, this is how you use Mendeley with Microsoft Word. So if you click on more here, let me just add some more citations and place it above here. Choose one more, click citations. There we have it. Awesome, right? You can merge the citations, by the way. And now, since we're done here, let me just insert a bibliography. So I'm just going to insert it right on the next page. Right here, I'm going to type in references and go on here and then insert the bibliography. Click continue. So every citation I have on the first page will now be references on the next page, or the last page rather. Some more options here if you update library, making sure we refresh whatever we have in the Mendeley site or basically library. So make sure we have the most updated citations before using it. So the best practice here, before citing, before inserting some citations, always refresh or update your library. Awesome, right? Some more tools to explore here. We have this one, the more options. So my profile, get support. Basically, this are customer service. Moving over with the citation settings, just want to highlight that you can change your citations here. You can add a custom style or search for another style here. And add the custom style right there. You can just enter the URL. Awesome, right? So basically, that is how we use Mendeley. Again, guys, I have a video for Zotero, so please check it out also, and just stay in the description below which is best for you. Personally, I think Zotero is much more better, but they're just on par with Mendeley. Again, help me choose. Answers in the description below. So thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Goodbye for now.